Shabbat Shalom from Temple Concord. This week I'm speaking to you in our office, and right now things are generally quiet here. But if it was just before a big holiday, you'd see all sorts of craziness going on here. You'd see Sue Gordon working on reservations, and you'd see Carrie taking phone calls about it, and you'd see Jessica trying to figure out who was going to sit where at a table, and there'd be all sorts of craziness going on around here. The reason is because holiday time is different for us. Holiday time is when we come together and we celebrate. Admittedly, some of our holidays are sad and make us think and make us reflect on what we've lost, but most of our holidays help us celebrate and find joy that we wouldn't see day to day. Our Torah portion this Shabbat is Emor, and the second half of the whole Torah reading is all about the holiday cycle. And it starts with the idea of Shabbat and then moves into the other holidays. And I think the reason it's there is to remind us that we need those sacred days. We need times when we can reflect and celebrate and enjoy and not have to worry about the regular humdrum of daily life. And so for us at the temple, holidays are a big part of what we do because we're trying to help find holiness and sanctity in the real world and in everyday life. And sometimes that means having a huge Seder that takes place in the dome or in the temple, and plagues that are flying all over the place. And sometimes it means making enough latkes to feed a small army. And sometimes it means doing all sorts of interesting things that we do to help us recognize just how important these times and moments are to mark. So I hope you'll join us as we celebrate the next upcoming holiday, which is Shabbat, which we celebrate every week. This Friday night, Shabbat services will be at 6 o'clock. Our Shirat Shalom singers, our children's choir, will be joining us. We also have wonderful guests, Yitzhak Buxbaum and his wife Carol Foreman will be joining us throughout Shabbat. They are both Magid. They teach the art of Magidut, of storytelling, and they're the ones who ordained our own Magid, Jim Brule. So they'll be sharing stories with us during services Friday night. As well, we have a Shabbat dinner following services, so you can call Carrie. She's waiting by the phones to take your call to make a reservation for dinner Friday night. And then Saturday morning we have services, and they'll be joining us then again as well. Saturday evening we'll be celebrating another holiday. That is Lag BaOmer, the 33rd day of the Omer, and we'll be celebrating the Israeli style with a cookout out at Highland Forest. We'll be barbecuing hot dogs and making s'mores and having a great time outside and celebrating the natural world and the coming warm months. And it promises to be a great fun evening that we enjoy every year. Sunday we have the last in our Jewish history through cooking class. We'll be looking at the American deli scene, so learn how to make your own corned beef and your own pastrami. Can't promise that it's good for your cardiovascular health, but I know it'll taste good. And then Sunday evening is our Mensch of the Year Awards dinner, which is a wonderful event for the temple. The whole temple family comes together to celebrate. That will take place Sunday evening at 6 at Drumlins. And throughout the coming week, we have times to mark sacred time, to move away from our daily lives and recognize holiness around us, whether it's at Shabbat or Lag BaOmer at the Mensch. All of them are golden opportunities to look around and see how lucky we are, and to connect with God and to connect with each other and to find a way to celebrate. For now, I wish you a Shabbat Shalom, a good Shabbat of celebration, of holiday, of holy time, and I look forward to seeing you at the temple. Shabbat Shalom.